All right, as you can tell, I'm not in my usual location. I might not even be able to stream this this weekend rather, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as usual, because the place has a bunch of stuff scattered everywhere, uh, and it's not in a good shape to do that. So I'll probably try to think of something. But yesterday, Trump was impeached by the House. I had a person who commented saying that it was a bigger story than what I had discussed yesterday, even though I didn't actually discuss anything yesterday. I uploaded a clip, something I record this weekend, which is what I tend to do when just have a regular week of wanting to put out a single video per day because people they act like if you put out more than one, it's so ridiculous and I can't keep up and oh my God. So that's done to help out the people who like having limited content pushed their way. But I also decided not to discuss or make a video about it or anything because why would I be excited about a story that I already know the ending to? Think about it. With most elections, even if there's polls, there's still a chance it can go the other way. We just saw the whole entire House Republican caucus vote to keep Trump in. There was actually one Republican that voted yes, and then they switched it back. We don't know who it was. So that we can reasonably infer the exact same thing will happen with the Senate. It's not going to happen because they don't think he committed any crime or this is an attempt to get rid of the 2016 election results, even though Mike Pence would take over and he's the vice president, so he was voted in just like Trump was, except, we don't know what the presidential line of succession is anymore. This is all based around trying to keep your seat no matter what. So when you want to stay a Republican, you've got to bootlick for the president. You've got to, if you try to dissent from him or anything, you better make sure you do it in a tactical way. But I was most interested in the present vote that Tulsi had and the amount of hell and heat she's been catching since she cast it. You have people who are going, she's a traitor. She did this because she's trying to look good for Trump supporters so she can end up on Fox after her presidential campaign fails. I thought to myself, is it really impossible to believe that she just doesn't know what side she's on in this topic? That she doesn't think it's worth impeaching, but at the same time, she thinks if she votes against it, it will look as if she's on his side. Because I'll tell you this, as a commentator who has spoken in favor of both times that Trump claimed he wanted to get to Syria and then recanted, I've caught hell from people who accuse me of being a closet supporter of his, even with all the different critiques I've made both in the domestic and international realm. And I love how they flip things on their head. They say she's being a coward. She doesn't want to fess up to his wrongdoing. So she's a coward for not voting the exact same way as the entire rest of her party, other than two people, Peterson, who is complete garbage, and Van Drew, who is a Republican light anyway, who voted no, straight no, and have not received an ounce of the critiques that Tulsi has. And you guys, I get, as someone that follows this regularly and knows a lot of people have attention spans that are not even the size of my pinky finger, you gotta understand that I've watched Peterson vote against getting out of Yemen and being pissed off because it was him and four other Democrats in the House that voted to stay in that conflict. And if I remember correctly, I think he's the one that said he didn't even know why we were there, like what the bill was about. He just voted against it just because. But I saw no one get upset over that and completely brush it off. All deaths of thousands of people. Your whole party looks great in comparison to you do this awful vote and you get to stay in office no matter what. And now they're getting upset at Tulsi for voting basically neither way on an impeachment that's going to get dismissed by the Senate regardless. I mean, that's why I said you can't win with these people. They will find something to cry and complain about. Oh my God, she didn't vote the way I wanted. So what? If she voted the way you wanted, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because all the Democrats, other than her and two other people, voted to impeach him. And in the Senate, all the Republicans, other than maybe one or two people, and even that's pushing it, are going to vote to keep him in office anyway. So this is just something to go on Twitter and cry and moan and complain about and waste time on, as opposed to focusing on real issues.